Welcome to World of Suraj.
Yuri Gagarin. Introduction. The first man in space was Yuri Gagarin. He was a Russian astronaut or a cosmonaut from the Soviet Union. He traveled into space in 1961, marking history as the first person in space. He must have been quite a brave man to be out in space for the first time in history. In this biography, you will find out about his early life, education, space career, and awards. Early life. Yuri Alexeyevich Gagarin was born on March 9, 1934, in a village called Klushino, near Gzastak in Russia. Alexei Gagarin and Anna Gagarina were his parents, and they worked on a farmyard. He had 3 siblings, and he was the third eldest. He went to school after the liberation of Gzastak from the Germans in World War II. He graduated as a molder from a trade school in Lubertsy, Russia in 1951. Education. After he graduated, he was selected for a high school called the Saratov Industrial Technicum. There he joined the Aero Club and learned to fly light aircraft. In 1955, he was trained at the Edinburgh Military Pilot School. There he met Valentina Goryacheva, and they married in 1957, and they had 2 children. By 1959, Gagarin became a lieutenant of the Soviet Air Force, and later he became a senior lieutenant. Training cosmonaut Gagarin. In 1959, when the Soviet Union decided to send someone into space, Gagarin filed a report to join the rank of cosmonaut. He and 19 other pilots were selected, and they started training. Eventually, they were narrowed down into the Sochi 6. These were the 6 cosmonauts aboard the 6 Vostok missions. Space career. On April 12, 1961, Gagarin went into space aboard Vostok 1 or 3KA-3. He was in space for 108 minutes, and he shot an extremely small film of the Earth. While re-entry, the cables connecting the descent module and the service module failed to cut properly. The cables eventually pulled apart, and it shook the module aggressively. As the module couldn't slow down, Gagarin had to eject and parachute out, and he landed near the Volga River. After his return, he was considered a cultural hero of the Soviets. In his time from his return from space, he spent time on making reusable spacecrafts. Soyuz 1 incident. In 1967, the spacecraft Soyuz 1, which was piloted by Vladimir Komarov and Yuri Gagarin, crashed. There were more than 200 design faults reported by the Soyuz 1 engineers, but they were overruled by political pressures for Lenin's birthday. Consequently, Gagarin was banned from any kind of space activity because Soviets were scared they would lose their hero. Honors and awards. He was awarded the Hero of the Soviet Union Award and the Order of Lenin. In fact, many streets were renamed and monuments were built in honor. Gzastak was renamed to Gagarin City after his death in 1968. There's also a museum called the Yuri Gagarin Museum there. There's a crater on the moon called Gagarin and an asteroid called 1772 Gagarin. Plane crash and death. On 27th March 1968, he was on a training flight from Chkalovsky Air Base along with Mr. Seryogin. Unfortunately, they were killed when it crashed near Kirzak. After that, Gagarin was buried at the Kremlin Wall necropolis at the Red Square in Moscow. This also meant that his wife was a widow until her death in 2020. Abstract. To summarize, Yuri Gagarin was the first man in space. He is definitely courageous to be in space, hence, he wasn't afraid to die. He is a trailblazer as he achieved the title of being the first man in space. He is remembered as a cultural hero of the Soviet Union. He once said, "Orbiting Earth in the spaceship, I saw how beautiful our planet is. People, let us preserve and increase this beauty, not destroy it." Think what might have happened had he never been selected or decided to be the first cosmonaut. Hello, viewers. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to click the notification bell so you won't miss out on my latest updates.